get in myself. Wow, look at the dash. This is beautiful. It's like brushed aluminum. Such a throwback to the original, you know, 1963 911, where the dials they're green. We're finally getting to drive what is the 911 50th edition. This is a 2013, and I just happened to be able to get this for about a day from the shop that's doing some work on my other car. So I got this till tomorrow. It's the owner's personal car, and I thought, okay, what a better way to start my, you know, first entry into basically any sort of vlogging with this car. So, you know, you guys probably know already, 911 50th edition. 1963 was the year that Porsche came out with its you know, first 911, and this is a tribute to it. And as you can see in the video, houndstooth cloth on leather seats. The leather is trimmed, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's actually one of the nicest things in this car. If you think about everything else in this car, I don't want to use the word pedestrian 911, but it is familiar. Everything about it is wonderfully familiar. Oh, listen to that sound. Yeah, anyway, as I was saying, I'm just having so much fun driving this. I'm actually forgetting what I was going to say. But as I said, it's got all the familiar buttons: sport plus. It's got suspension management. Now we got a little sun in my eyes here. But just an absolute wonderful thing to me. Now, I've owned at least 3 911s in different versions. So 911 C2, 997 4S, original 2004 996 GT3. That is a fantastic car. And then my present one, which we will sort of talk about another time. But in any case, this automobile, when I compare it to sort of a regular 911, you know, it's got the same sort of horsepower, 400 horsepower, 325 pound-feet of torque, so there's really no different. It's got a sport exhaust which comes on just wonderfully when you downshift. Really and truly, it's pretty much a sort of a standard 911, except with all the special tweaks. So as you know, in this one, it's got the wide body, and I think I must comment on that. That wide body makes the look of this, and I know it's just another 911, but the look of it from the outside is gorgeous. The lines are gorgeous. The color, this particular gray, is absolutely stunning. And I know there's lots of other 911s, but this one just seems a little special. Anyway, as I'm driving this, what I can immediately tell is that it handles just like any other wonderful 911. You know, as we accelerate, just listen to that. Just absolutely listen to that. And absolutely wonderful. I'm actually smiling tremendously. You know what? We're gonna go this way. Sorry about that. And we're gonna just sort of around a corner. Yeah, we're gonna get into the sun, but just listen to that. Handles superbly around the curves. Just a stunning piece of machinery. The feel of just having a manual in this day and age where, you know, and Porsche's got a wonderful PDK. I love it. It's actually on my other car. But it's a joy to drive this car in a manual. You know, a lot of you guys might think that, you know what, a 911's a 911. You know, sitting in this one, it kind of feels a little special. I don't know what it is. Could it be the seats? Could it be that I've never sat in one before? I don't know. Will it sort of a better long-term value? I'm not sure about that. Certainly in its present iteration, just because they've only made 1,963 of these, certainly that itself lends a little bit to rarity or maybe collectability. You know, like everything else, time will tell whether that will actually be true. But for now, I get to wow, I get to actually enjoy this. Now, I am just coming to you from Canada, so we certainly don't usually get the greatest weather here. We have to wait for summer for that, and right now we are in summer, and it's just a joy to be able to take this out. A lot of people here will maybe only have this car or a car like this out for, listen to that downshift, sorry, we'll only have a car like this out for maybe 5 months of the year, and even then it becomes a little bit of a difficult thing to sort of keep all year round. But if you wanted to, like in any other Porsche, you could keep this all around. I've driven my Porsche Keys 24/7, winter, snow, so if anybody wants me to do a review of that, driving in the snow, it's a very capable car. That's rear-wheel drive, just like this. Certainly you can drive this all year round. You know, you're gonna look pretty special with these seats, just as I'm driving right now. People sort of look at it, and a lot of it is the color on the outside, but some of it I think is also the shape, the way that sort of the teardrop shape looks on this car, on this color. Certainly I find it really, really good to look at. Maybe I'm a little bit biased, or maybe I'm sort of just fooling myself a little bit into thinking that, hey, because it's a 50th edition, it looks a little bit different. What you have here is a great special edition of car. As we go around corner, it handles just as great, just as wonderful. Acceleration is the same as in any other Porsches, but you're sort of coddled in something I think will stand the test of time. That's just my opinion. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it, but certainly for me, driving in this, wow, just sort of special to be in something this special, to be in a car that Porsche thought up as a tribute to what Porsche is, that rear-wheel drive, rear engine hanging out in the back, that pays tribute to the past, but is modern enough for us to say, look, it looks fantastic, it looks just as good now as it did 50-something years ago, and I'm getting to drive it, and I think that is where I am actually smiling the most. And I love cars. I think all cars, just a joy. If you get a chance to drive any of these things, it's just it's wonderful. Whether you get to ride in it, you get to drive in it, it's just a wonderful experience. I'm lucky to be able to do that, and I've done it in many Porsches and other cars as well. So I'd love to bring that experience to you. You know, I'm trying not to make this sort of that typical, it's not really a review, but I'm going to give you the experience of what it is to be in something like this and many other cars, and hopefully I can do that over the next weeks and months and hopefully years. Hopefully you guys tune in to listen to it. My next video, depending on how this goes, and hopefully you guys will comment on it. If you find it, you know, good or bad, I'd love to hear what you would like to see.